Let me move this. Hello. So you apply yourself a 3x3. Congratulations, welcome to cubing. Today is a bit of a tutorial on how to solve a 3x3. 3x3 is actually really easy concept to understand. Things that you would need to understand is first, corners of the cube, edges of the cube, which is right here, and center of the cube. Centers don't move. That's really all you need to know. So now we know all of the terminology. What just needs to happen now is we need to scramble the cube. Well, thank you. Okay, so let's start out the process. I moved. Whatever. Cool, so first what you want to begin is holding right on the bottom, so it faces towards the ground. This is the ground. Don't question it. But once you're facing the ground, you want all these white edge pieces right here just to face the yellow center right here. Remember, centers don't move, so it doesn't really matter where this is. So we can just move this up. Cool, and then we can do that and turn it up to that. Basically, in the end, you should get something that looks similar to this, a daisy sort of thing. And also, we're not going to solve the corners of this center yet, but we will. So, what we're going to do now is align this side of the edge with its center here. So, this is aligned up, so I can just turn the side that it's on twice to line it up with its center. So you got red oriented here, so just twist that twice. You see we got two now. Rotate the top so it's facing blue. Rotate that twice, and the top color last. I moved again. Cool, so now that we have the white cross done, next we need to solve the white corners. And so this term just right along here is what is a very important move that we will be using throughout the entire rest of the solve. So we have this corner right here that has white facing this way towards the right side, your right hand. So when you have a case like this, you just do this move. And note that any turn goes in a clockwise motion. So this R, it is going to go up like this. And then this U, wherever it is going this way. Like that. And then R prime, opposite of R, U prime, opposite of U. Now this we can begin to move the corners. So first case here is when this white color right here is facing your right hand. And that should remove the white center. Next you want to just take this color right here and align it with its center. Remember, centers do not move, so it really doesn't matter what color. It really shouldn't be hard to find what color it is. So I have mine aligned up here. You can do this by using either U or U prime turns. And I used U in this case. But now what you want to do is that same move. Just like that. And now you have the white center, well, the white corner in its place. Next, we're going to find a different center. Let's take this back one here, where white is facing up top. In this case, what you're going to want to do is do that first move that I showed, and that gets the white center to face the right. And then you just do that move again, and then align this color with the center, and do that move one more time. I will be keeping the move just along the top here, just to keep it easier for you guys to remember. And now we're going to move on with the next corner here. So I have this corner here, I'm going to use this one. So now, because it's already oriented, I can already put it in. And then I can do the last corner here, just like that. Now the white bottom should be. However, there are cases where white is actually facing your left hand. In this case, you're just gonna hold it so that white is facing you, and then do that move 2 more times. And then again, line it with the center and do it 1 more time to complete the white bottom. Great, now you've finished the white bottom. I'd also like, if you really like this tutorial, please like and subscribe, and leave some tips down below so I can hopefully get better. Now we're gonna solve the edges right here, the edges in between centers. These are the edges that do not have yellow or white on them, so that's just a really nice tip to know. So we'll just find one. I'm doing red and blue here, and you want this red edge piece right here that is not touching yellow, and just connect it to its center where it is. Now this is a very important part, and I'm gonna need you guys to pay attention if you want to solve the cube. This color here is either this color onto the left or onto the right. In this case, it's on my right, and I will show what happens if it's on its left. But if this color is the same color as this color right here, then you do this algorithm. And then rotate the cube. And I will leave the notation up on top for this left-handed algorithm. I run into a problem. This edge is where it's supposed to be, it's just flipped wrong. And this cannot happen in order to continue the rest of the cube. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna do one of the 2 algorithms up here, and then do the algorithm that it suggests on top. So the color's on the right, so we do the right algorithm. And just like that, the edge is solved. Now in this instance, we can have one of 3 cases happen. And this is the first case that we'll go over, where you have 2 edges oriented so that yellow is touching, and then and this is the case that is first. What you're gonna do for this is turn it so that the L is facing the bottom right corner. And then you're gonna do this. You're gonna turn this entire section like this, so that this L that was up here in the bottom right corner is now just gone. You're gonna do that one move I showed you right here. And then take the yellow center and move it back on top. And that is the first case. The second case is there's a bar across the center, so there's no, it goes yellow, not yellow, yellow, not yellow. And you're gonna just do this move here. Turn the forwardmost face. So yellow's still up top here. We didn't do what we did last algorithm. We did this, just this first layer turn. And you're gonna do this, and you're gonna do that one move I showed you at the beginning again. So that, it is back to a... And the third case you can get is when there are actually no corners oriented. And here's what you're gonna do. You're just gonna hold the cube like this, and do the move I showed you for the last case. And then do the move from the first case. And just like that, it is now solved. Now that we have the yellow cross solved, now we can begin to solve the actual edges. And the edges are on the yellow cross are probably the hardest part. And so here's a trick to help you out. You're going to first begin by doing this move here, followed by the top turn of this. Now white is right here, and then moving this down, moving the top one more time, moving the right side up, doing the top turn by twice, and moving it back down, just like that. And that should help orient the colors on these edges right here. So none of them are oriented. So here's where my next tip is. Visualizing this, blue is to the left of red, and green is to the right of red. So this piece moves here. So when I do the algorithm I just showed you, this piece moves here, this piece moves here, and this piece moves here. So knowing that now, we can begin to think. So if I move blue here, blue is across from red, which is not where blue should be. So holding it in a different place, blue is still going to be across from red. So in the final thing, blue will not be across from red, but it will be in the wrong place. And you're just going to go through the entire cube until you find the right orientation. In this case, you're going to have these two right here, blue and green, next to each other, and then you're going to do the algorithm. And note, you only need to solve 3 of the edge pieces here in order to solve the last 4th one. After you've solved all the edge pieces, now we begin to solve the corners. So we're not going to orient the corners yet, we're just going to solve them into their right position. And here's what you're going to look for to do that. This red and blue piece right here, that is in its right place, it just needs to be, flipped. So this is the piece we'll be using as what I'm going to call our buffer piece. So, and then you're going to use this algorithm right here. If you did this correctly, this corner should not have moved and all the others should have. It's going to take you a few times in order to get all the corners correctly, but in the end, it should look something familiar to this. So now we are in our final countdown here. This is probably the easiest part to mess up here, so I hope you don't mess it up. What's going to happen here is you're going to hold the yellow center down at the bottom, so now white is facing the top. And you're going to do the wonderful move that I have shown you. You're just going to do this move until this corner is in its right orientation. And you're just going to do that with all the other corners. This will come a chance that the white will get solved again. Just ignore that, because in the end, white will be solved. Yeah, I'll just... Oh, thank you again. After you've done this, the cube should now be completely solved. You just might have to turn bottom a couple times, but that is really it, solving the 3x3. Again, I hope you like this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below any tips or anything that might interest you in the future.